What is it, you guys? Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, so I'm in my car. This may be, I don't know, the last video I upload in my car because I don't even know where to start. So let me start from the beginning. So me and my mom in December decide to move out from our apartment that we're living in. Sorry, I'm trying to crisscross here because I was driving all day today. I need to open a sparkling water. I am thirsty. I went to a safari in Atlanta. Well, it's not. It's in Georgia. I can't say Atlanta. Y'all, if we had a safari in Atlanta, all the animals would die. It's in Pine Mountain. So if you're ever in Georgia and you have nothing else to do for a few hours, go over there. Crisscross didn't work. Okay, so me and my mom at the last minute, actually no, around like this time last year, we were like, hey, I think it's time for us to move out of the apartment we've been living in. We've been living there since 2007, believe it or not. I went to all of my high school there, all of my 20s. I got married there. I was married there. I was divorced there. And I felt like we needed to move out of there. So we started talking to a realtor, which ended up being a big fail. She was a scammer pretty much. And then we started talking to someone else, and we pretty much figured out that there's most likely we wouldn't be buying a house in December. That's what we wanted. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out like how to go with this because it's pretty long. I might do this into a 2-part. So, I wanted to move into a hotel temporarily until we figured out what we were going to do. I did not want to renew my lease where we were renting. We were paying too much rent. We did not have an upgraded apartment. Ours was literally stuck in 2007. Like, no upgrades into this apartment whatsoever. They upgraded all the other apartments, but ours was never renovated. And it happens. Okay. It's just what it is. But I also was having issues with the manager. I hated the manager. She wasn't a good manager. She just had a very Puerto Rican nasty attitude. I'm talking about straight up would come in there and she would think she was the fucking boss. Like she owned the fucking building when she was just a manager. She was just an employee, but she thought she owned that bitch. And I just did not want to deal with her. I hated seeing her, talking to her, all that shit. So me and my mom, around November, we get a storage. We start putting all of our shit in a storage. And I'm thinking we're going to a hotel. She comes with this idea that we should go move in with her friend who is gay. I really don't give a shit. And I'm like, okay, fine. We can go move in there. I knew my mom was not going to survive in this house. My mom is very, very picky. She loves her space. She loves her space. I like my space, but I am one of those people that I will get comfortable whatever situation I'm in. I don't expect luxury and all that shit, you know. I just don't expect it. It's just whatever. If it happens to my life, great. If it doesn't, great. You know, I live my life that way. We move in and he literally used AC all of winter. It snowed here twice. I think I did like a little vlog about it. AC. And I'm talking about like AC to the point where AC that you put when it is fucking summer. Okay. Me and my mom are freezing. We can't take calm showers because it's cold as fuck. And my mom was just stressing out. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bitch, you're the one that wanted this. I was okay with us getting a hotel temporarily and then calmly look for a apartment because I kind of had in mind that there was no way we were going to get a house this year. My brain, it just popped in my head, and I just didn't tell my mom because I didn't want her to have her hopes done. And I know what she's gonna tell me. You're so negative, and I'm not negative. I'm just realistic. I know when shit happens, and I know when shit ain't gonna happen. And I figured, you know what? Interest rates are ridiculous. Prices of houses here, a brand new townhouse, okay, in this area, which is not a nice fucking area, is $400K. Okay? Which I think is ridiculous because it's a townhouse. It's not a house. But that's just how marketing is. So time goes by and some things happen where we can't cook here. We can't, we don't have a lot of space in the refrigerator. We don't have a lot of space in the freezer. So it's becoming very difficult. I feel like he's not understanding that he is renting a room and that we also need our space, like in order for us to put things like for us to eat. And I feel like I've gained weight because of stress, because I'm also like eating a whole bunch of frozen food and fast food because we can't cook here, period. Okay. So then I did go into details of something that happened. And I guess I'm going to go here too, because it kind of goes along with the flow of this whole fucking story. So, about a month ago, he tells us that we thought he was in a relationship with this person, was going to be coming here to move it in because he's looking for a job. Now, I've met this person before, so we were okay. We met him a few years ago for New Year's. I think did the whole story, and he seemed like a nice guy, but you guys know how I am. I'm very raw and real. Like, I'm not wearing no makeup right now because I feel like I needed to film. I'm exhausted and I'm also stressed. And I was like, you know what? I really don't feel like fucking putting on a full face and like being fake. I'd rather show you guys me being myself and how stressed I am. So we, he came and I didn't really see him. When you want something like a job, you're looking for a job, you go out and look for a job, but he was just sitting there. He had 2 phones, which I didn't understand why he did. But he just was always on the phone, was always just not giving me the vibe that he was actually putting in the effort to look for a job. And he would go to sleep really late. He would be on the phone all the fucking time. And I'm talking about like literally, like we could hear his conversation. Okay. And then he was living here for free, which I didn't understand, but whatever, like I said, love makes you do stupid shit, So, about a week passes, and I feel like there was something off, and I try to add the things that my mom has told me about this person prior, and it didn't make sense to me. He would say that he was married, and his wife was going to ask for him, as in like, to get a green card, whatever, and that she lived in Florida. And then he went back to say that his wife lived in Jamaica and that his wife beat him up and he was gonna get a green card that way. And I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. And I've been hearing the same shit for the last 2 years. And I'm like, if you really want a green card, it shouldn't take you this hard. Like, you shouldn't be waiting. You should be talking to lawyers and figuring a way for you to become a permanent resident, and then a U.S. citizen. And I know some people, their cases are longer, but I feel like he was just like, he would be like, I am working on it. I'm not working on it. Like, he wasn't really making it very clear about what he was actually doing. He was kind of like playing like ping pong with it, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so a day came. We went out to eat, a group of us. And it just so happened that on our way back, we decided to go out to eat. And he sat right in front of me, which is exactly how I wanted to have this conversation. I wanted him to be face to face to me. So I start asking him questions. If you guys didn't know, I had my own immigration situation, so I know a thing or two. Do I know everything about immigration? Hell no. Okay, now my ass is not an immigration lawyer, but I know a thing or two because I've been through it myself, and I know a whole bunch of people around me who have done different cases, and they tell me like how their case went and all that shit. So I'm like, I start asking these questions, and this is me asking questions because I'm concerned for myself and for my mom. I'm not really concerned about my roommate. I could care less about that motherfucker because we later found out, like, as time went on, that motherfucker is just a fucking hoe, okay? I'm talking about, like, he charges to fuck him, okay? He is a hoe. He is a hoe. Like, I'm not talking about, like, he's a hoe because he just opens his butt cheeks. No. I'm saying, like, he charges, okay? We did not know this, so that's something that we were not okay with. But you know what? People make their money how they want to, and this is a way he wants to make money because he doesn't make money a lot with the way that he does his work. Business, you know? He does other stuff, okay? Now, it's not just this. So, I'm asking him this motherfucker questions, okay? And Jamaican dude, okay? And I'm just going hard, like... And his story just did not add up. He said that first at the beginning, his wife was going to be asking for him, that she lived in Florida, and that they were in the process. But yet, he wasn't living in Florida. He was living in New York. Then he moved in, like, he was coming from New York. Like, he's been going, like, to different states and kind of house hopping to find where to live, but not really getting a job. Apparently, he had a job in Florida, and he left Florida. And I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, because I'm scared about the whole undocumented shit. And I'm like, but if you're going to walk into something that you're going to be becoming a green card person, why the fuck would you leave? I would just stay, start my process, and move on. But he was just going back and forth. I'm like, where's your lawyer? My lawyer's in New York. I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, he's the best lawyer in New York City. And I'm like, I really don't give a shit. The people that say they're the best fucking lawyers, they're the worst fucking lawyers. Okay? I'm just gonna tell you straight up. If a lawyer tells you I'm the best lawyer, they're the worst. They're the worst, okay? So, I asked him, so have you submitted? For you to submit anything, and I'm talking about any fucking thing, to a judge, to a lawyer, to what do you need to do? You need to fucking sign, right? Whether that's digital, whether that's fucking in person. He tells me, I don't know. And I'm like, how do you not know? In order to submit, you have to fucking sign documents. Plain and simple, okay? He's like, I don't know. And he told my roommate that he had submitted last week, like the week prior. Because we had been living with him for 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, I was like, I need to ask him questions. And it just would never happen, like, until this night. And so as he's telling me this, I'm like, you know what? I don't believe the story you're telling me. I don't fucking believe it. And I look at my friend and my roommate and I said, you know what? He's lying to you in Spanish. He's lying to you. He's not telling you the truth. And I would get him out because in order for him to submit, he needs to fucking sign. He needs to sign documents. Okay? He needs to scan documents and submit everything to immigration to be like, I've been doing everything right. Here are my 2 years taxes. And I'm like, how are you going to submit when you're not working? Because you need to be, in order to submit, you have to at least be working in the country for at least a whole year to show that you have some type of tax, that you've done your taxes. You can't submit if you haven't done your taxes. You have to do your taxes. So you have to be here at least a year. Unless, like, you came to the country with a visa and all that stuff, and then that's different. But, like, if you've already been living here and you're trying to get a green card, you need to have your taxes done. Okay? And I think they always ask for at least 2 years. 1, but they recommend you to do 2, I believe. I'm not sure. Okay? It's been a minute for me, okay? But from what I remember, I think it was 2 years of taxes. And I'm like, shit doesn't add up. So we ended up not liking each other, okay? Just gonna tell you. When I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm sorry. There's nothing really you can do to make me like you again. It's just how I am. I'm a Virgo. I'm a spicy bitch. I like you. I like you. I hate you. I fucking hate you. And I don't care what's happening to you in your life. I don't care. I don't care. Like, people tell me, like, oh, your ex-husband. I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a shit about that motherfucker. As long as me and him are communicating about the fucking dogs, I am happy. I don't need to know if he's dating anyone. I don't need to know any of his shit. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I wish him nothing but the best. I don't wish nothing for no one that I don't like the worst. I'm not that human. But I don't care. You know, a lot of people be like, hey, you're your ex-best friend. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't care what she's doing with her life. I hope she's doing good. I hope she's healthy. I hope, you know, she's good in her life. I don't give a shit about her life, though. I don't give a shit about my ex-husband. And so this person, I was like, I don't care about her. I don't care. So after we had this conversation, he knew that I had triggered him. He knew that I knew the truth. He knew that he could not fuck with me because I'm a person who is not, I don't take bullshit from no one. Okay. I don't take bullshit from my own fucking dad. Okay. I cuss the shit out of my dad all the fucking time. Okay. Whenever we fucking speak, which is really fucking rare, I fucking put him in his place. I don't give a shit that he's older than me. I don't care that he's my fucking dad. I don't give a shit. Like, that's just who I am. He hurt me. I don't give a shit of hurting him. It's just the way it is. So we come home the next day and there's a shift between me and him because he used to be like, hey, how are you? I didn't want to say hi to him. I'm that person. Like, if I don't want to talk to you, I don't need to say hi to you. It's not because I'm hiding something or it's just, I don't feel like you deserve a hi from me. You don't deserve me speaking to you. That's just the way that I am. Sorry. It's just the fucking way I am. Okay. So he moves out after a few nights and he leaves and I'm thinking they're done. They're not talking anymore, whatever. I then find out that he's still in Georgia. He hasn't left Georgia. He was supposed to leave to North Carolina, I think. I don't fucking know. I don't care either. But the first thing that happened once he moved out was that we came home one day from work and my mom took a shower first and then I took a shower. So she went downstairs to kind of like prepare her dinner since it's just frozen shit. Because we can't do anything else. My mom, she's like, hey, let's just go. Okay, no. She's like, I come downstairs and I see that something happened because there was a shift. Our roommate was like still in this one area. He hadn't left. And like, he was just being very still, very just, I don't know. Like, if something happened and I was like, what the fuck happened? Why are these two? Because they're friends. My mom and this guy, the gay guy, roommate. They're really close friends. Okay. So we eat and we go upstairs and she's like, I need to tell you something. I like walked into something that I'm uncomfortable with. So my mom tells me that she comes downstairs and my mom does this thing where she kind of slowly comes down the steps and she kind of sees halfway. Like she kind of sees halfway if he's busy or not because he, you know, cuts hair. He's a hairdresser. So she like doesn't want to be there if he is cutting hair or doing something, you know, work related. So she sees that he's just like, I guess not there, or I don't know. I don't know where he was. Well, actually, I do know where he was. He was in his little salon thing. So my mom comes downstairs and there's like a curtain, like a see-through curtain thing. So like he can have some type of privacy when he is at the salon, but you can still see like what's happening, you know, through the curtain. So my mom says she's like coming, you know, she's coming down the steps. Holy shit, they fucking scared me. These guys came out of the side and it's dark and I'm like, oh, who the fuck is that? So She says she comes down and she hears like a moaning, okay? And she doesn't think anything of it, okay? She's just like, whatever, you know, whatever. It could be the TV. The TV was on, so she's like, maybe it was the TV. But she passes by their salon, like not like from far away though. Like there's a whole fucking dining table between the salon and like the little hall to get to the kitchen. So she's passing by, and she just so happens to turn to see if he's at the salon, because we didn't know if he was in the bathroom. We didn't know she didn't know where he was. So she was like, I just don't want to like be in his way, you know, if he is down here or whatever. So she sees that his sausage is out. He's sitting down in the salon chair with his sausage out. Not fully naked, just his sausage out. He was wearing like very hippie wide pants, so easy access, I guess you could say. His phone is near the sausage, like down here. Okay, I can't show you because my camera. And she hears Jamaican dude's voice. And they're literally having a intimacy. I'm trying to do this in code. Intimacy moment, okay? He then figures out that my mom's in the kitchen. And when you're in the kitchen, you can see everything in the salon, okay? Even though you have that curtain, you can see everything. He quickly screams. Like, ah! Like that. Throws his phone to the table that he has there. Puts his pants up, and he's like, oh, I didn't know you were here. So that was the first incident, okay? That happened to my mom. It's his house. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants, but still at the same time, you have roommates, and you need to respect them. Like, I would never do that to my roommate, you know? And a few weeks pass, and I was filming. Okay, so let me tell you how I film. So usually sometimes when I don't want to like do my makeup here, and I haven't lately wanted to do my makeup here just because it's hot and my camera overheats and it's just crazy. And then like I realized that in order for me to film in the car, it has to be at nighttime so my camera doesn't overheat and all that shit. So because the camera heats and then the sun heat, and then, you know, my AC, like, it's great and everything, but it's like, it doesn't keep the camera cold, you know? So I realized that the only time for me to film is at nighttime. But I also want to post on here on the daily basis because I want you guys to not lose interest, you know? My whole point of here is to have communication with you guys and, you know, tell you stuff about me. And I always told you guys I'm never going to try to sell you shit. I'm never going to charge you anything, you know. Maybe in the near future I'll come out with merch since I love t-shirts, you know. But I was feeling very sad, and I put in a lot of pressure on myself to film more. So this specific day I was filming. It's a lot of the filming that I did last week, that I posted last week, okay? So it didn't happen last week. This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, okay? And so I would come into the car, film, and then go upstairs, change, upload the video, like as in like upload it to my iMovie. And so while it's doing that, I then redo my face, putting a different shirt, come downstairs, film again. And I really wanted to film the whole Tommy Lee, Brittany, whatever her fucking last name is, and Ronnie's situation, because I had a lot of people ask me questions about that on my Instagram. A lot of people that are on my Instagram are my friends who listen to rock also, and they always find tea from me, you know, because I'm like, oh, did you hear that this person did this? And so, I was like in a, you know, this type of mood. I was like, you know, killing it. I was like doing one video, second video. And I was also getting annoyed because my camera was overheating. But like no matter where I went, even if I went shade to shade, it's still hot because it's summer time. Well, not technically summer, but it's, you know, it's hot time, you know. This was before the fucking rain and all that shit. If you're in Georgia, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I had gone upstairs to change, to do my makeup. I had done my second video, so I was like really happy. I was like, damn, I'm killing it today. And I come downstairs and I did not know that someone was here, okay? I come downstairs and I'm like super excited because I was like, you know, I don't really talk about shit like this, but people wanted to hear my opinion, like especially my friends, you know, people who know me, because they were like, did you hear about the whole Tommy Lee situation and all that stuff? And I come downstairs and I carry this little bag right here. I have like all of my camera equipment, my batteries, my memory card, my camera, my light, you know, and if I bring my makeup, I put it in here. So I don't have to like carry everything, you know, in one hand. So I'm rushing down and I am not like my mom who takes little footsteps. I kind of just go downstairs because I'm like, I'm just going to film and I'm coming right back. And I find him in the living room, which is when you come down the steps, you walk into the living room, having full on session with a completely different guy. I see everything. Okay, they're naked. They are not hiding that they're being sexually active. There we go. He looks up, as in he, my roommate. The guy looks up and they look at me, right? I look at them and I just don't, I'm numb. I'm like, oh my God, like, what the I couldn't finish the sentence. I couldn't, for the first time ever, I could not finish a sentence of cussing. I love to cuss. I cuss all the fucking time. It's why my ass only got a kid. Like, I cuss in front of my friends' kids, and they're like, Marcella, and I'm like, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have kids for this fucking reason. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. Your kids are gonna fucking hear a curse word one day in their life. And roommate knows that my mom's upstairs. And he just goes like, and I just focus on the door. I'm like, I just need to get to the fucking door. I just need to get to the fucking door. I get to the door. I unlock it because it was locked. I come out. I don't even lock the door. I'm like, they can fucking do that themselves. And I rush in here and I do the Tommy Lee and Brittany and Ronnie situation. And that's why that video and then the following video is so short, okay? Because I wanted to film another video. And that's why the whole Tommy Lee video is like so all over the place, because my brain was not focused. Even though I like read a little bit about their case, I didn't read much of it, but I did, like, as in, like, I literally, like, kind of read a little bit about Rainey, about the situation and like what was coming up, but I wasn't like reading a lot into it because I did not know how long they had been together. Like, I didn't know all that shit. I did the research in front of you guys, right? But my brain was like, I now need to go back into this fucking house and I'm gonna see him. So as I'm filming the Tommy Lee video, I see roommate's client, there you go, leave. And we locked eyes. And I did not know what to think, okay? And I finished the video and I said, I literally got out the car and I said, I don't want to upload this video. I'm being honest. I was like, it's not me. I'm really all over the place. Even though I am a person who's all over the place, but I felt like I was just so not focused. I even fucking fucked up Marilyn's name. And I mean, I did correct it if you could see it, but I said Marilyn Madison. Was that what I said? Or Mason? I forgot what I fucking said, but I know I said his last name wrong, okay? So, my bad, okay? But I was just so not fucking focused. And so I finished the video, get out the car, go back inside. The door was still unlocked. I go upstairs and I don't tell my mom. I just change my makeup and change my clothes, just my shirt. That's all pretty much I do. And I come downstairs and I do a really short video. I don't even know what the video was about because I was so blocked out. So blocked out that I like didn't know what was happening. I kind of was just like, I need to keep filming because I need to upload these videos because I want to put in more videos out there. And as I was editing this video, like not this video, but like the Tommy Lee one, you could just tell that I'm just all over the place. And also my camera kept heating up and turning off. And so then I would then had to try to remember where the fuck I had left off. It was just such a weird fucking day. So then I finished that short video. I come upstairs and I tell my mom, hey, I need to tell you something, but I don't want to tell you here. Is it okay if we can go out to eat my treat? She's like, okay. We go out to eat and I tell her. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I know. And I'm like, I know this is his house. And I'm okay with that. Like, this is his house. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. But also respect the people who are renting from you. Like, also respect the people who are, you know, helping you out. Because if it wasn't for us living here, to tell you the truth, I don't think he would be surviving right now. So she said, you know what? I've had enough, Mama. We're going to go look at a few apartments and leave. Because I'm not happy. And then she's like, I feel really bad because you don't have your space. I feel bad because you can't film. I feel bad because, you know, you're really making a shitload of sacrifices when I made this decision. And I'm like, yeah, you know, this was not my decision. I didn't want to come here, to tell you the truth. Just because, I don't know. I didn't like the way he lives. He's very junky. He's very like hoarder, one of those people, and he buys shit that he doesn't fucking need. And so we looked at a few apartments and I think we will be moving out soon. So if I disappear, I didn't die, okay? If I disappear for a few days, it's because I'm most likely packing and unpacking and getting everything situated, and I need to figure out where the fuck our washer and dryer is gonna go, because I'm not putting a washer and dryer in our fucking storage. Ridiculous. I might tell my friend to take it for me and leave it in a storage for me, or I may tell, like, I don't fucking know. I might tell my ex-husband if he can take them and take care of them until we are able to fucking move into a house, or I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know what we're gonna do with our washer and dryer, but I might talk to him and ask him because he owns a house and he's a nice guy. I don't know if I'm like, hey, can you just take them for a few fucking years and just hold them for us until we're able to fucking take them into a home or another rental. I don't fucking know. But I've been off. I don't want to be here. I'm a very, like I said, I'm a very fucking sexual person. I understand that, but it's like, I'm a very sexual person private with my partner in our private areas, you know, private rooms. I'm not okay if I'm renting my house. I'm not okay with me having sex with someone when they could walk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to word this shit, to tell you the truth. Like, I would never do that. You know, if I have a house and I'm renting it, I would always be like, we can only fuck in our room anytime we want, you know, in my room, whatever. But like, if I have people living here, if I have visitors, we cannot fuck in the kitchen. We cannot fuck in the living room. We cannot, you know, like, it's just common sense, people. Like, common sense. You know? And if you're gonna have this as a business, cool. I don't fucking criticize people, okay? You do you. But do it when no one's home. Like, he knew fucking our schedule. He knew we would come home. Why fucking do it on a fucking weekend? You know, when we're home. Or tell us, hey, I'm having someone over. I need you guys to leave for a few hours. We would have done that shit too. But like, he just didn't. He didn't give a shit that we were upstairs and that one of us could have come down, which is me. always, my ass is always the lucky one. And I got to see all that shit. I got to see fucking two dicks just going at it. And I'm like, just keep on adding for the fucking trauma, you know? Just keep on fucking adding at this point, because the fuck? The fuck? I mean, it's not like I've never seen two guys fucking, okay? I've seen it, okay? That's a whole different story for a whole different time. But that was a different situation. That was at a party, and it's like, we walked in, me and a friend walked in a room where they were fucking, and we were like, excuse me, and then we left, you know, like, because we weren't gonna fuck. We just wanted he wanted to talk to me, and the music was like super loud everywhere, and this was like a room that it didn't have loud music, and he also wanted us to drink like specific alcohol, because like he didn't want to share the alcohol with everyone else because it's like an expensive tequila, and he was like, let's just drink here by ourselves. But we couldn't, because two guys were fucking and I saw two dicks. But that was different. That was fucking different, okay? Like, you know, but yeah, so tomorrow I will be applying for a few apartments. Hopefully we get the keys ASAP, because I think me and my mom were tired. We're done living here. This area is very ghetto. Sorry, I'm gonna say how it is. It's very ghetto. ICE has been very hot here. Like, honestly, like, I hate driving in this area, but you know what's even funnier is where we would be moving at, literally right next door to immigration. So, where they do like immigration interviews and stuff like that. I know where ICE is, but like where they do immigration stuff. So, you know, might as well go live next to the neighbor, next to the fucking enemy, you know? But it's better than where we were living at prior, and it's super gated and super security and all that shit. So I'm happy that we're doing this. I'm gonna break this down into 2 videos. So sorry. There's no like a cutting point, but it is what it is. So if I do go missing, don't worry, I'm fine. It's just I'll most likely be like moving my shit and like trying to get situated. I realize that I think I won't be able to do the whole wall, my iconic wall, just because I didn't really give a shit about my old apartment. This one is like super nice and neat, and it's like I don't want to fuck up the walls, pretty much. So your girl's moving, most likely. I know. It just fucking sucks. It's just annoying, and I think once we move out of here, we are never gonna come over here ever again. We're not gonna talk to him. We're not gonna see him. I'm gonna miss the dogs. I'm not gonna lie. He has 3 dogs that he does not fucking take care of. When I feel so bad for the dogs. Just not fucking take care of them. But yeah, that's going on in my life. Also, another fucking thing. Subscriber Julio, you know who the fuck you are. Get the fuck out. You don't need to be in this. You don't need to be in this family, okay? You have done some crazy shit, and I don't want you nowhere near my life. I don't want you in my fucking channel. I don't want you here. Just fucking leave. And if you want to stay, cool. I don't give a shit, but stop leaving me comments. Do not leave me comments, because I'm not okay with the shit you have done. Okay, so you be the adult here. Okay, I'm done telling you to fucking leave. You don't fucking want to leave. I blocked you and all that shit, and you just keep making, I guess, other accounts. I don't give a shit. You know, do whatever you want with your life, but don't fucking leave me comments. Okay, just don't fucking leave me comments. You can watch, but don't leave me comments. You're the one person I don't want to hear about. I don't really care about your fucking life, and just stop. And don't stop trying to fucking be my friend. What makes you think that my ass is gonna fucking share where the fuck I live with you on YouTube? What the There's a reason why your ass is blocked in on all my other fucking social media, motherfucker. Get the fuck out. Okay? I don't need that extra subscriber. I don't need you. Bye. Peace out, dude. Go get a life. Go stalk another bitch. It ain't me, okay? Go bother another bitch, and it ain't me. That's a whole different story for a whole different time for y'all motherfuckers, because Jesus. That's all I gotta say. But, take care. I'm doing better. I may look exhausted just because I went to a safari shit, and that was just an all fucking day event thing. It was amazing. It was fun. But, like, I needed to be out of here. I needed to just get out, because that's why we haven't been here. We've gone to work, come home, showered, sometimes eat dinner, go to bed. We don't even really talk to him anymore, because I'm not okay with that. I'm not. Like, if you want to do all that shit, then don't have roommates. Plain and simple. But, you know, some people are in their fucking 60s and still fucking act like a fucking 20-year-old. Just fucking saying. Peace out. Take care. Bye.